Hola and bienvenidos. Welcome to my channel. So this is my final video for the Planter HGC 10 Herb Challenge. It's been a wonderful journey. The past few months I've learned a great deal. One of the things I've learned is how difficult it can be to start something in the aero farm and then transfer it outside. It's a delicate process. Some things do better than others. I'm going to show you right now what I have going on. In addition to that challenge, I've had the challenge of it being a heat advisory. We've had extreme heat, guys, and it's taken a toll on my herbs and everything really. But the herbs I will show you. I've had to get this, which is shade cloth, and I've had to put that up. However, I don't think that it was done in enough time, so you can see how I have it above me, and that helped a little bit. And the herbs are starting to kind of perk up a little bit, but I'll show you what I'm talking about. So this is the bed that I was growing my herbs in. And you do see a little greenery, and that's because I started some things over in the soil for the third time, some for the second time. So you see we have the echinacea there. You see that? It's budding. It's the seedlings are coming along fine, so that's a good thing. And over here, I have the caraway. And you see the caraway? So look at that. That's where the seed pods would be. And they are edible. So that's the caraway. If you remember, I had the anise. Like I said, I planted more anise. This is the only thing right here that is coming up so far from the anise. Then we're going to move over to the nasturtium, which usually does very well, but I think starting it in the aero farm was a mistake. You see this? This is the nasturtium. So pretty. I love the shape of those leaves on the nasturtium. And then here we have the chamomile. And I planted some more chamomile as well. So that looks pretty good. Now remember, I had amaranth and it was doing fantastic. And so I want to show you how that is now. This is the amaranth. This thing, I gotta move back so y'all can see it. It's 4 feet tall. Look at it. It doesn't look very vibrant, but it's okay. It's okay. And look at the leaves. These are starting to perk up, so that's good. So that's good. That's good. And I'm going to talk about this part right here, as well as the bark. So guys, that's how things did for me in this challenge. And you know, it's a learning curve, like I said. But you know what? The important thing was done, to learn something. So let's go back inside because it's much cooler, and like I said, we have a heat advisory. So I am back inside. As I said, that we have a heat advisory, and I did not want to be outside while shooting this video. So just to recap everything that was going on, you know, I am very happy with the results. It could have been better. I did have some that never germinated, and you know, it's okay. I believe that is solely because I started it with my aero farm, and you know, that's really maybe ideal for certain things, but maybe not ideal for all things. So what did come up was my amaranth, nasturtium, the chamomile, the anise. Even though it did eventually not make it, I was successful in growing it. The caraway, which is thriving. The echinacea, which I reseeded and it has little baby seedlings. The cumin, the coxcomb, the sorrel, and the stevia did nothing. So I am of the opinion that those must be started in the soil. So that's what we're going to do going forward. And yes, I said going forward because I'm going to reseed and continue to reseed. But here's the thing. You saw what the amaranth looked like. That's not a bad thing, guys. That's a good thing. Let me tell you why. Amaranth, you can eat the leaves, you can eat the seeds, and it has protein. You can even eat the root of the amaranth plant. Those seed heads, when you saw turning brown, those little spikes, you would cut those spikes off, put them in a brown paper bag, let them dry. Once they dry, shake the bag, and you will separate the grain from the actual chaff. And so you just blow it, and the chaff blows away, and you have the grain left, and that's what you can eat. And so I thought that was very good. I did not know that before. Also too, with the coxcomb, you can eat those leaves, the stem, for soup. What I thought about was, when I started this challenge, I didn't want to plant things that I planted before, at least not all 10. I wanted to plant a few that I had planted before. So I've done chamomile before, I've done nasturtium before, and I've done stevia. So the rest, the 7 out of 10, were new to me. So again, it was a learning process. But what I realized is, if I just had these 10 herbs, could I make it? Would I be healthy? Would I be okay? And you know what I came up with? The answer was a resounding yes. Here's why. Coxcomb, you can eat the leaves, the stem, and you can put it in soups or stews, and even the seeds of coxcombs, you can make oil. That's wonderful. Caraway. Caraway is used in desserts, liqueurs, casseroles. Even the leaves of the caraway plant is also used for salad or stews. And those can be eaten raw or dried. So if you're in a situation and they can't be cooked, you can eat it raw, which is good. Also, the nasturtium. Those flowers can be eaten. And I have planted nasturtium, and I've eaten those flowers, in my salad. And it gives it a nice, spicy, peppery taste. The anise, that is used for seasoning, for flavoring foods and candy, and even alcohol drinks. Years ago, I drank some ouzo, which comes from Greece. Little did I know it has anise in it. So that's wonderful. We know about echinacea. I knew that the petals were edible. You could put it in a salad, but I learned that you could make an echinacea spread. So that's good. Stevia, I knew about that. I would still have some had I been able to overwinter it. I tried, but I was unsuccessful. That is the #1 low-calorie sweetener. So that's what you want. You don't want something man-made. So that is a natural sweetener. Sorrel, you can eat the entire plant. It's good with salad. It's good with fish. Has vitamin C, so that's good. You can even make tea, and it has a kind of tart, limiting taste, so that's pretty cool if you like that type of flavor. Cumin is also edible. It has a nutty flavor, and you can use it as a seasoning as well. Some people even use it as a rub for chicken or fish, so that's good. And then the chamomile. We know chamomile is wonderful for teas. So you saw what everything looked like, and you saw how the process of how it went from day one, or the first shooting, until now. So would I rate myself a success? Yes and no. No, I didn't have 100% seed germination, but yes, successful in learning and growing and trying something new. So this is my final entry for the Planter HGC 10 Herb Challenge. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it inspired you to use more herbs, learn about more herbs, because it's better to grow your own and feed yourself from planet Earth. Whatever you're doing, enjoy it. Gózalo.